Hey YouTube, thank you for clicking on this video. Today we're going to be getting ready together. I have a bunch of stuff to do today and I'm trying to do my makeup so that it lasts for at least a good couple of hours. So I will show you all of the products that I do to achieve that and how I got this look. If you're interested in seeing how I do my makeup and how I get it to last longer, then keep watching. I feel like every single time that I sit down to film, I have to give like some kind of disclaimer about a noise outside. They're literally driving those like street sweepers up and down my street for like a half an hour. So if you hear any background noises that going on outside, that is what it is. But I'm just going to get right into it. I'm using the Benefit Porefessional Stay Matte Primer. I've worn this to work a couple of times. I really like it so far. It's a really cool like blue gel texture. I'll show you. It smells nice too. It smells like clean. It's a really nice like blue gel texture. Honestly, I probably just used too much. I feel like I have to be super gentle because every single time I watch myself apply something on camera, it looks like I'm being so rough. And I swear I'm not. Like, I'm not beating my face, anything like that. It's literally fine. It just always looks worse than it is. So I'm going to let this like kind of sit and dry for a second. And I'm also going to use this primer. I only have a little one of it. I have to buy the full-size one. This is the Smashbox Oil Shine Control Primer. This works literally so good. This little one has like given me a couple of uses out of it, so I feel like I know enough of it to like say that I love it and I want to buy it. It just works so good. I'm going to focus it like on my chin and forehead and nose and then blend it out towards like my cheeks and stuff. It just works so good. And I applied this one after because this was a cream and then the other one was a gel. So anything like with skincare and products, you always want to layer from lightest to heaviest. The gel one is obviously going to be thinner because it's gel and the cream is heavier. And the last priming step I'm going to use is the Stay Don't Stray Eyeshadow Primer in light medium. I'm aware this is an eyeshadow primer, but honestly I don't have problems with my eyeshadow staying. What I use this for is I prime like this line, this crease under my eyes that I always literally complain about, and I prime in the middle of my forehead. I didn't realize that like the middle of my forehead, I don't know if I make like a lot of faces throughout the day, like I look like people say like stupid stuff all day because I'm always like, and then I crease in my foundation in between my eyebrows. So we are just gonna use some eyeshadow primer there. Like I said, I found this like hack on TikTok. Someone said to do this and it actually makes a difference. But like, look at me go though. Like I literally was talking about how I'm so lazy with primers and I just used 3 priming products. Now for my foundation, I'm going to use the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation in 36H Medium Tan Honey. So I was going back and forth when I was going to film this video if I wanted to use this or like the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay one. The only reason I decided to go with this was because this is kind of like a better color match for me right now. And it looks light on camera, but like my setting powder gives me coverage too, and it's a little bit darker. So this just like matches me better for the moment once it's like all done and finished. And I don't know, I was just like thinking about it because I feel like there's this kind of like standard and expectation with like us getting ready and like putting on makeup that your makeup has to like last and look flawless all day long. And it's like, if you think about it, that's like a crazy expectation to have for yourself. Like, because I know, and I complain about it literally all the time, that I have oily skin, and with oily skin my products crease and my forehead gets shiny and my T-zone gets shiny, and I have to like dab and reapply products, and it's like not really looks the best all the time, and sometimes I look oily in like pictures. But if you think about it, like, I don't know, it's just skin is skin. Like, makeup is not meant to last literally like 18 hours. Like, all these claims about like full coverage for 24 hours, like what are you doing wearing makeup for 24 hours? Your skin is a literal organ and you think it's just gonna like sit pretty all day. Even if you have dry skin, like dry skin flakes sometimes, and sometimes you can see the visible dryness, and sometimes it gets like patchy if it's dry. And it's like, we can use products and like focus as much as we want on like trying to make that not happen as much. But I don't know, I just feel like in general we need to be like less hard on ourselves about like the texture of our skin. That's something that I'm even working on myself. Skin has texture. Like, we're not going to be flawless, smooth baby butts all the time. That's not going to happen. Sometimes, like, if you're breaking out, your makeup will look good, but you'll be able to see that you're breaking out under it. Or sometimes you have discoloration. Some people have redness from like rosacea and stuff. And I don't know, like, what the point of this rant is, because it's literally me like filming a makeup video, like, use these products, they're so good, but I'm gonna complain at the same time. But I don't mean it in like a bad way. I just mean that like with makeup, we just have to be like realistic with ourselves and realistic with our skin. I don't want to overdo it on the foundation, so I'm just going to stop there. And then I'm going to take my Juvia's Place concealer in the shade 15, and I'm just going to spot conceal anywhere that I feel like my foundation, like I need more coverage. This concealer is so freaking good. Like, I remember I got the foundation and I didn't like it because I could not color match myself to save my life. But then the concealer I was able to purchase in store so I could actually like see what it looked like. This, first of all, you could use as a foundation if you wanted to. Like, I've thought of that before on a day that I was just maybe like running out quick and I didn't really have time to do like a full face of makeup. You could absolutely use this as a like foundation because they give you so much product. Like, look at the size of this tube. And it's really good coverage. Like, it blends out really nice. It just like looks good. You'll see what I mean. The next thing I'm going to do is conceal under my eyes. I'm just using my Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium. I always find myself going back to Shape Tape since I got it because I never used it for like years. Oh my god, that's so much. Whatever, I don't care. I always find myself going back to this since I started using it just because the coverage is like literally unmatched. I don't like, I've used dupes of it. I know the Juvia's Place is one. I have the CoverGirl concealer that I really like, and I also like layering them sometimes. But I just always find myself going back to this one. And I want to add in too, because like how I was talking about my makeup lasting and stuff, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning right now. And I'm just getting ready like for my day. I have a bunch of stuff to do today. So I'm trying to get this makeup to last until like after dinner time. So we'll see. I'm going to bring a like pressed powder, like a compact powder and a brush and like blotting papers and stuff, because I know my skin. Like, this makeup is not going to last all day no matter what I do. But like, you know what? That's fine sometimes, because as long as it like looks good and it feels good on my skin and I like the products that I use, like that's all that matters. I use my fingers for the concealer too to just melt the product from the warmth of my fingers, because I don't know, I feel like with concealer sometimes you get so much product on your brush it like doesn't even go on your skin, and I just find that using my fingers has been like the best thing for me. To brighten a little bit, I'm going to take my CoverGirl True Blend Undercover concealer in the shade M40 Warm Nude, and I'm just going to put like a little bit literally right here, and then I'm going to blend it out. This is the concealer that I just talked about like 2 seconds ago. I'm just going to do this just to like brighten under my eyes. I might honestly just get like a Shape Tape in a shade lighter than the medium, like, and then do it with that. But I mean, for now, like, I have this CoverGirl concealer and it does the job for what I want it for. Now that I'm all done with the concealers, this is my, like, not secret trick, because it's really not a secret, but this is, like, been the life hack that I've been doing that's actually been making a difference in, like, my makeup and my oily skin and helping it last longer. I'm taking the Kat Von D Lock It Translucent Powder, and I'm using this, I don't know if you can still get this brush, but I'm obsessed with it. This is, like, a Tarte double brush. I'll look it up and see if they still have it, but I take just, like, a little bit like this, and I dip the small end in it, like right here. Oh my god, there's product flying everywhere. Like this, and then I just like pat it under my eyes. I'm not brushing it and I'm not rolling it, I'm just patting it under my eyes. Not only does this help my makeup last longer, but this helps fill in that crease under my eyes that I cannot stand. But I want you guys in the comments, tell me your favorite translucent setting powder or like loose setting powder ever. I use this one a lot, and I have a mini of the Laura Mercier one, and I have the Makeup Revolution banana powder. I don't really love or hate any of them. I feel like they all are kind of the same, but I just want to know like what translucent powders, you know, do like you guys swear by that you're like, oh no, you have to try this one. I would never use translucent powders for the longest time because I always thought they were so messy, which is kind of true. Like, they are more of a messy product. But I feel like layering translucent powders, because they're so like light and finely milled under your setting powder, just helps make your makeup last longer. I just put a little bit in the cap, and I'm just gonna like go over my nose, my poor nose ring. Like, any girl who wears a lot of makeup and has her nose pierced knows that like our nose rings are just going through it. Last but not least, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix Powder. I don't know which one mine is in the shade of. I think it's like, oh yes I do, C4.5. And I'm taking it, just looks like this, on the puffy side, like the bigger side of the brush. And then I'm just going to set it literally right over the translucent powder. It doesn't cake up, it doesn't get messy. Trust the process. I love this setting powder. I hadn't been impressed by a setting powder in a very long time until I tried this. Honestly, the reason that I stayed away from it so long was because I just remember there was like a time where everybody was wearing MAC face makeup for like regular day-to-day life. Like, people would literally wear like the Liquid Studio Fix Plus to school, and honestly it just looks so bad and so cakey and so orange. So I just like stayed away from their face makeup because I was afraid of looking like that. But this is such a good color match, and it's just such a good like setting powder if you have oily skin. And then just going back over my problem areas with the small brush, I just dipped it again in the Studio Fix, and I'm just like gonna go over my forehead again, my nose, and just set again under my eyes with the small side of the brush. So that is it for right now. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup and then I'll be right back. So I'm back. I just did the rest of my makeup. I love how this turned out. I'll post all of the makeup details in the comments. This is like a MAC lipstick. I forget what it's called. And then I have a Juvia's Place palette on my eyes, but I'll put all the details down below. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you've used any of these products before, make sure you comment down below your opinion on them. And also let me know about like a translucent powder, setting powder, you know the deal. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.